This year's Pokemon Go Fest just got crazier because it was recently revealed that more raids are going to be coming to Pokemon Go Fest aside from Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y, and it's going to be featuring a whole bunch of legendaries as well as Mega Evolutions, and we're going to be talking about all of it in today's video. Hey, how's it going everyone? Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So today we're going to be talking about some more stuff that was revealed for Pokemon Go Fest of this year, and considering that it is the 10th anniversary for Pokemon Go, they are probably going to be going all out with this year's Go Fest. Considering that Go Fest has always been kind of like a landmark event for every single year, they of course want to make sure it is one of the best that we're ever going to get. It already felt incredibly hyped because of Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y making their debut, but now it looks like it's going to be all about raid battles because they revealed that there's going to be a whole bunch of legendaries, and when I say a whole bunch, pretty much every single legendary that has been released up until now that will be spawning in raids, which means if you go to somewhere with a high density of gyms, you're just going to be able to collect every single legendary that has existed in Pokemon Go up until now. I really am excited about this. I feel like this is very reminiscent of that one Pokemon Go Fest where we had almost every single legendary in raid battles. Yeah, this is incredible. I think it's going to make this event even more hype than it already was, and it's definitely going to give newer players who may not have been around for some of these legendary releases a chance to get some of those legendaries, which is incredibly cool. Alright, so if you go to the Pokemon Go Fest global page and scroll down to the featured Pokemon, you could see that the raid pages have been updated. For Super Mega Raids, we are going to have Mega Mewtwo X on Saturday, and then on Sunday, we're going to have Mega Mewtwo Y. That hasn't changed. But if you look at regular Mega Raids during this event, you're going to see a whole bunch get featured. And Saturday, we're going to have Mega Ampharos, Mega Blaziken, Mega Abomasnow, Mega Alakazam, Mega Gengar, Mega Swampert, Mega Pidgeot, Mega Aerodactyl, as well as Mega Salamence. And then on 5-star raids, check this out. On Saturday, we're going to have Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Raikou, Entei, Suicune, Lugia, Kyogre, Groudon, and look at these, it's going to be their primal forms. And then we're going to have Rayquaza, Uxie, Mesprit, Azelf, Dialga, Palkia, Reshiram, Zekrom, Kyurem, Xerneas, Yveltal, Solgaleo, Lunala, Ho-Oh, and Giratina Altered Form and Giratina Origin Form. Now, if any of these icons are an indicator, we're going to be getting the origin forms of Dialga and Palkia and the primal versions of Kyogre and Groudon, which is very key because these are the superior versions of their respective Pokemon. But next, let's move on to Sunday, which I think is going to be equally as hype. In Mega Evolution raids, we're going to see a whole bunch that are extremely meta-relevant, including Mega Metagross, Mega Garchomp, Mega Audino, Mega Metagross, Mega Beedrill, Mega Pinsir, Mega Sceptile, Mega Tyranitar, Mega Gardevoir, and Mega Lucario. Pretty much all of these, except for a few, are meta-relevant. Mega Metagross in particular is really powerful, and I just noticed that they listed it twice. That's kind of funny. But Mega Garchomp is really good, and same with Mega Sceptile and Mega Tyranitar, as well as Mega Gardevoir and Mega Lucario. These are all three, or all four, really powerful Pokemon that are often considered the best of the best when it comes to raids. So definitely do not miss out on these. If you're missing any of them, you will definitely want to get them during this particular day of Pokemon Go Fest. And then moving along to 5-star raids for Sunday, this is also very interesting. It's pretty much every single other legendary that was not listed on Saturday, and a whole bunch of Ultra Beasts as well. So we're going to get Regirock, Regice, Registeel, Latios and Latias, Heatran, Regigigas, Cresselia, Darkrai, Cobalion, Terrakion, Virizion, Genesect, Nihilego, Buzzwole, Pheromosa, Xurkitree, Celesteela, Kartana, Guzzlord, Necrozma, Stakataka, Blacephalon, Regieleki, Regidrago, and here they list Origin Form Dialga and Origin Form Palkia, so I'm guessing on Sunday is when we're going to get the Origin Forms, and on Saturday we're going to get the regular forms, which they really need to update the graphics so it's not that confusing, but Regardless, they're going to be featured on Sunday. And then we got the incarnate forms and Terrian forms for Tornadus, Thundurus, Landorus, and Enamorus, the new edition, which is actually a top tier fairy type. We're also going to get all forms of the mythical Pokemon Deoxys and all the forms of the mythical Pokemon Genesect. We're also going to have the Tapu Pokemon, Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulu, and Tapu Fini. And then finally, we're going to get Zacian, Hero of Many Battles, and Zamazenta, Hero of Many Battles. This is all insane. You could see right here that Sunday has a much larger list compared to Saturday, but there are some notable ones. Like I mentioned, Dialga and Palkia origin forms are a must get, and interestingly, they do not have the crown forms of Zacian and Zamazenta, but you'll at least get their base forms, which is the Hero of Many Battles. But aside from them, yeah, there's a whole bunch you could get here. It's not going to be like one day is better than the other. Like when it comes to day 1, you're gonna have notables like Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon, but on day 2, you're gonna have notable ones like Blacephalon, Terrakion, we got Heatran in there, of course the origin forms of Dialga and Palkia, and then of course a whole bunch of others. It's just all looking really insane. So yeah, depending on which legendary you are specifically going to be targeting, you will want to pay attention to which legendaries is going to be spawning on which day. And I do think that there are going to be some notable ones, like Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon. Those are obviously high priority because you'll likely be able to get Primal Reversion Energy from them. And then of course, there's some very strong standouts like Reshiram, Zekrom, those kind of Pokemon. I really am really excited. This is pretty cool. I mean, it was already incredible getting Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y, but now it looks like it's going to be a giant raid event. Now, I know the one caveat here is that once again, Pokémon GO Fest is turning into just a giant raid day. I think that's been a bit of a point of criticism for the past couple of years. Players have been kind of feeling like Niantic has been leaning so heavily into raid battles for these sort of events. I totally see that feedback because for Pokémon Go Tour and Pokémon GO Fest for the past couple years, maybe several years, it just feels like the emphasis has always been about raiding. There really isn't much outside of it. They do not have crazy Pokemon releases, they do not have a crazy shiny hunt in the wild. It just doesn't feel like it's anything more than a glorified raid day, which I do think that is pretty much true. Because if you think about Go Tour, they release fusions, they release various things that people want to get, specifically from raids. Pokemon Go Fest, same deal. I don't know. I feel like this is a bit of an exception just because there's just already so much content that's coming to Pokemon Go Fest, and to have all of these legendary raids, it's going to definitely drive up the hype. I'm curious how it's going to end up panning out. Maybe it's going to be a bit overwhelming. Maybe there's just going to be certain raid bosses that players will just skip over, and that could cause some frustration for some players who actually want those raid bosses. I don't know if it's going to be really good for rural players, people who live in rural areas with no gym density. They're going to have a hard time. And already it's looking to be very difficult because of super mega raids for Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y. You're going to need a whole bunch of trainers with Mega Evolutions for those. So I don't know how this will exactly pan out. It's definitely going to be somewhat of a risk, but I think it's also very special. It's going to make this event just absolutely massive. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing really else to talk about. Again, a whole bunch of legendaries and Mega Evolutions are going to be in raid battles for this year's Pokemon Go Fest Global, and I think it's going to be something that will definitely get a lot of players out and about playing. I really do think so. But yeah, share your thoughts regarding all of this down below. Is there a particular legendary that you're excited about being in Pokemon Go Fest? What do you think about all of these legendaries and Mega Evolutions being in raids? Do you feel like this was a good move? Do you feel like this is something Niantic should not have done? I would like to know your thoughts regarding all of that, so make sure you share it in the comments below, and let's have a great discussion. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to support my channel, best way you could do that is by hitting the like button for this video, and also make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already for more Pokemon Go content just like this one, and make sure you turn on that notification bell. And also check out the links in the description below. One of them is to my Patreon page, and if you decide to become a paid Patreon member, I'm going to add you to my Pokemon Go friends list. So if you want to play Pokemon Go with me, make sure you go and check out my Patreon. And yeah, that's it. I'm Count Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself today, and have yourself a good weekend, and I'll catch you all later.
Jinsula